Hey creatives, I am in the studio and I'm going to be doing this drawing slash print slash development of the God and Adam hands, the ones coming together that Michelangelo painted on the Sistine ceiling that so beautifully create that mood of life coming in and reaching out and connection and all the things. Let's just start with, this is a notebook that I was carrying that I used at the time. Look, it has within it images to do with just drawings, things I was writing. It has some paintings in there, a whole heap of things. So I carry it with me. It's on my person all the time. And on one of the days, I just sketched this idea. It came to me that the hand of Adam reaching out could also be my hand, and that hand reaching out was looking for not just life but connection and connection with God, and I was struggling with that at the time. And I thought, there's two ways to think about this. It could be positive, as in Adam's reaching out and really wants it and trusts God is everything that he is and takes on the life. But it could also be that Adam and myself were struggling and had been let down by God, or at least felt like it, and struggling to understand if I could ever trust God's heart again. And so in that moment I thought, look, I'll draw this and see where it goes. So I showed this simple drawing to some people and they just thought it was a mash. And it is a bit confusing. It's a bit messy. It's hard to see where the hands are. It's hard to see Adam's hand in amongst all of that. It's hard to see the other two hands. I could have stopped there. Like, people's response wasn't that great, but I think my son in particular, Samuel, pointed out that maybe if you change the colors, that would help people to see it. And so I thought that's a good idea. So I went away and, later sketched it out. I took it to another sketchbook, is what happened, this sketchbook. And this again has just, it's just got lots of stuff in it. Different hands I was thinking about. I got other versions of the hands, maybe if I didn't want to use Adam's hands. Look, this just has sketches on sketches on sketches about lots of different things. Again, it's just something I carry with me. And I've cut it out from here, the simplicity of what my son was suggesting, to separate the hands out, change the colors. Now you can see Adam's hand really clearly. You can see God's hand clearly because it's by itself. And then I've added some words in there now, some ways I was feeling, trying to capture with the gesture of the hand and capture it with some words. But the words seem to help people to step into it. And look, my son Samuel loved it so much that I cut it out and gave it to him as a birthday present one year. And from there I thought, what can I do with this to develop it a bit further? And the first thing I did was to make a really big painting of it that I submitted then to the Blake Prize. Again, bigger community, bigger group of people that I'm now sharing it with. And their response was that they loved it. And someone that came to the exhibition bought it, has it in their house. People told me that they resonated with the feelings and the mood, and they could see themselves in it, and all those things that you want to hear when you create an artwork. From there, I thought, I don't want to keep making the same painting over and over again, but I wouldn't have minded having it more available to people. And I thought, do I take a photo and sell the photo of the artwork? That wasn't that appealing to me, but perhaps I could do that at another time. What I chose to do was to then think about making a print run of it. I first painted just the hands onto a small canvas. I used that then as a base, and I had it printed out, and I printed it out or onto good, hard, heavy paper. And then I created a lino cut that I then printed with these two colors onto this photo. And that was the base. So I've done all these, printed it out. I'm just going to do here the first one of doing the graffiti words over the top and altering the colors of these two hands, because while this is a good base and I chose quite dark colors as the base, over this now I'm going to use these Posca stickers, these markers, some acrylic paint from Golden. This is high flow paint, bright pink. And what I want to do is create the graffiti and the mood and the feeling. It has to capture not just the words, it has to capture the way that I wrote it down. It's not just a matter of just copying it. I'm not going to be tracing words onto there so I get it exactly right. I think I have 7 or 8 prints of this that I can do. And so each one will be a little bit different in the way that I write it out and the way that the colors will come out, because this is a fluid process. I think I'll start with the blue first. And I want some black, and I want the graffiti to come off the page a little bit. So I have water here. Let's see what we can do. I'll lose a lot of pens at this rate, aren't I? Oh, that looks proper rect, doesn't it? Nice, I like that. Let's do some mayhem on this. So I like the idea of this paint dribbling down. So let's do that. beauty of doing it this way is that each one of these is a unique work of art, and it requires you to go with where the artwork is going. It can't just be about, you can't just go through the motions. You've got to respond to the marks. Yeah. Signature finishes it off. Okay, we're done. On to other work. And look, I'll put these up at some point onto the website, maybe by the time I have released this video, and you can have a look at what they look like as finished items. Yep. Thanks for joining. See you soon.